So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here and welcome back to Subnautica. So guys, firstly, before we get into anything else, do you notice anything different about the fish tank? Other than that guy somehow swimming outside of its containment. Now I only have 3 of the fish in here. What happened to the 4th? Well, if you listen outside, it's almost like it was meant to happen. He screamed right on cue. So since I took the gasopod in, I noticed there was a family of 2 swimming together, and they were continually screaming, and they got very close to the life pod, or should I say the base now, no longer just a life pod, and it was absolutely fantastic. You see, they showered me with mucus-filled methane balls of stinky gas. It's their way of showing appreciation, guys, I think, anyway. Might be the worst insult ever. But I felt bad, you know. Must have been mother and father. And I took their egg, and you know what I did, guys? I released the young one. You can see there he is right there. And they're all clinging around together. Now, the reason why you guys didn't see this, and by the way, guys, it was a beautiful moment, arcane game in history. I cried, all right? I didn't really. It was cool, though. Unfortunately, my original introduction to this episode was completely corrupted. I think it's those precursors digging into my game files, you know, guys. Very strange stuff happening, which leads me on to exactly what we're exploring for this video. Now, only the first 15 minutes got corrupted, guys, and in that time, I explained we were going to investigate the Precursor Cache Locations. There's a total of 3 of these currently, there may be more in the future, around the land of Subnautica, and we are going to investigate them and see the different data banks that are located within, and also any more mysteries these things might hold. But here's where things get super interesting about these cache files, guys. What is actually within them is a precursor mind, or I guess soul, and this thing contains information about the race, what they're doing on this planet, so we are gonna learn even more about the precursor race. I leave it literally 2 weeks and some amazing things get added to this game. I'll briefly explain, guys, where the different precursor caches are. I'm gonna be looking over to here because this is where the information is as well. We have the first one in the Space Reef. Then we have another one in the Blood Kelp, and then a third and final one in the Dunes. One of them is very interesting, guys, because there has actually been a new Meteor crash site added to the game. And the impact this thing had was absolutely exponential. There's a humongous hole in the ground, and it's almost ironic that the precursor base seems to be very close to that meteor. It does leave questions, guys. We'll explore that more in depth in due time. All information, though, guys, about where these cached locations are will be in the description down below. You can find a link, and also as we're heading to them. So I'm looking forward to this amazing adventure, guys. I hope you are as well. We're about to learn a load about the precursors. Some fairly mind-boggling stuff as well, guys. And I guess if you are looking forward to this episode as well, definitely be sure to drop that like rating. I don't do this on every episode, but when I do, the support is just mind-blowing. So, guys, hopefully you're hyped, and we'll jump straight into this one. So we'll go to the Meteor crash site first, and I will see you guys there. So we are now here. My microphone did some weird thing where it cut out some recording. Fortunately, it was only me traversing to the first location, and I did use the purple artifact, but I did not go into the place. Okay, I was warned about this too. There was a message that popped up warning me that there will be some of these guys nearby, and even the game questioned, am I sure I want to do this? I am most certainly sure I want to do this. I need to find out about these precursors a little bit more. Oh, wow, okay. I see him. I scanned one of them before. But even at this distance right here, I feel very fearful. We're gonna have to do this quick, guys. Here is the crashed meteor. A humongous dent into the dunes right here. Let's see if this thing houses anything interesting. Looking at this thing then, we can see that this did leave a humongous crater in the ground. It looks like as well there's a few weird artifacts with the ground. Not sure though if that's just debris and dust that it kicked up when it hit the floor. Interestingly enough though, this is also the location of the first precursor cache. I did just see it a second ago. Let me just see. So here is the first location, just in the wall right here. This is almost like a little safety deposit right here. You can see, though, the meteor crash landed, and it seems like after the dent was made in the ground, then the precursors came and installed this cache right here, which is interesting, which means they knew about this, and it also makes me question, did this meteor bring anything to the planet that was unwanted? We know that the precursors did invent the Kara, but did this meteor help contribute towards bringing it to this planet? That is one of the most important questions I think we can ask right now before reading any of these cached information, but we may be completely wrong. The only way we're going to find out right now, guys, is by heading into the Precursor Cache Location number 1 and finding out by reading all about what happened with these guys, seeing their backstory. So I think maybe if we go a little bit further in, we will find it, and you can see here we go. There's some weird smoke coming from that one over there. Oh, it's one of those dudes. Although he's having a whale of a time down here. I think being locked behind that barricaded door has made him go slightly. I think we have 4 ion crystals right now, and Is he really going to keep doing this? That guy definitely needs to make a clearance, or else he's going to be attacking me as I'm trying to read these. And he's close by. He is just beyond the reaches of us right now. If he knew we was in here, we would be clotheslined and cornered. Let's head on out of here all the same. I believe then, these are simply ion crystals. So we can take those as well, and you can hear they are very valuable. I'm watching this guy as I do my traversion around here. Let's take a second. They give us 4 in each of these. That is very rewarding. So they are storing some good stuff here. Is he dead? No, he's definitely not dead. Whoa, 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 whoa! Captain. He is not playing easy. You can see this guy's going absolutely insane. All right, let's click this first one anyway right here. So, the first data terminal. We're going to download that. The alien biological history. Okay. Does that mean we're going to learn about how these guys are or what they look like or something? With this guy bumping into me as I'm trying to pay attention to some crazy lore. Can you not? All right then, guys. So, dehydration detected. That first problem solved. Now, what I'm going to be doing, guys, is reading the first PDA of many. In this spot right here, I can kind of get some quietness, and I don't have to worry about that guy keep bashing into my tank. So, over to the data bank we go. Alien life forms and into the data downloads. I believe it should be an alien data, and there it is. The alien biological history. This terminal contains data mapping the complete biological history of a member of the alien species. The dataset is hugely complex, but some basic facts can be reconstructed. Was grown from a seed 1,708 Earth years ago. So maybe that's roughly their life cycle, then they live for a long time. Separated from broodlings early for special training. Inducted into Temple of Research as the youngest ever initiate, age 96. That's the youngest? What the heck? These guys must go through some rigorous training then to get them up to scratch. Downloaded a corrupted dataset and was stored for 3 years for refactoring. Relocated to the Outer Galaxy Cluster to support disease research endeavors. Relocated to 4546B for high priority disease research. Contracted Kara bacterium. Stored in Sanctuary 3. Corporeal body safely disposed. What the heck, man? The way they seem to treat their livestock is insane. So we can kind of build almost like a map, or you could say like a tree, to see how this guy lived. So it took him 96 years to get into the Temple of Research, and he is one of the youngest, apparently. Oh no, he is the youngest ever. And it appears that unfortunately this guy did contract the Kara bacterium. And it almost seems like these guys did invent it. It was such a powerful strain they didn't even know how to control it. That interests me a lot because these guys seem like a very, very advanced race, as you can see. Yet they still could not contain the Quran. They would like capture it, and even though they may have invented it, they didn't invent any form of counter for it. That interests me even more. Is there anything else down here we may have missed, like another data terminal? I don't think so. I think that may have been the only one for now. So I believe that was the only one. We have some iron crystals down here and also a crazy down here as well. We're getting out of here though, guys. So that was the first place we investigated of the 3. Very interesting stuff for now. I need to look at my energy tool. We're at 25% only. I'm wondering if that should be enough to get us from A to B and then to, I guess, C. There is 3 of these after all. Hope is all I have right now, guys. The sun is also setting, making this a little bit more atmospheric. Now, before I even make a move, I know there's a Reaper Leviathan kind of close by, just overhead. I don't want to encounter that guy just yet, or in fact, ever. That would be awesome. Next, I'm going to go to the Space Reef. The coordinates for this one are -880, -305, and -790. There is a second data cache for the precursors right here, and I want to know exactly what else they were storing in these. We know some biological data for now. There's got to be some crazy stuff locked in these, man. Let's just get to this, and I will see you guys at the next location. In fact, guys, we are going to investigate the one in the blood kelp zone. I didn't realize how close we was already. And look, guys, we have a warper roaming the lands, meaning I think we're going to find one kind of close by. I feel very tempted to search for this one myself. I will see how far I can get and how successful I can do. If not, I will always go back to the coordinate locations. To find these, though, we have to look in every single nook and cranny. These guys definitely wanted to hide away their data cache locations only for themselves. So we have to think in that mindset. And if we was a friggin' intelligent alien race that lived to about 1800 years old, where would we store information? It's a very long time to be alive, and definitely an even longer time to be able to... What the heck is that sound, man? Is that you? Are you doing that? Are you just chilling? I mean, I don't want to disturb you if you're just... Oh, I think I disturbed him. Well, that's great. Whew. Those guys make some strange sounds now, man. Wow. We are investigating along the floor at the moment of the blood count. 500 meters deep, half a mile into this thing. And I am going to investigate this particular one right here. This guy seems to be kind of guarding it, which makes me very intrigued. Let me just look around right now to see if there's anything else. I mean, there's a few little indentations, but this one seems to go in, I guess, the furthest. Oh, dude, this is going to be insanely difficult to find in the story mode. Is it around here? I can't see anything that looks remotely Precursor at the moment. Oh, jeez, man! Don't freaking do that, come on! So the first location, guys, it was no good. I'm gonna check... Whoa! Okay, I think that must be the sign. I'm gonna continually head in here. Look at that! What are the chances? A warper literally spawned at the gate of this place to tell me do not enter. Look, he's coming in. Guys, he's literally coming in to stop me from going in. He knows. He's been sent to guard this place. He must have. And he warps away just like that. I kind of feel very unsafe to leave my pod right now, but I'm gonna have to if I want to insert this purple artifact and get seeing what is inside here. Let's do this, man. This is gonna be location number 2. Put in that purple artifact, and let's see the goodies that are encased behind the force field right here. Whoa! This one looks a lot more incredible. Wow. A lot more like a podium, and it's deathly silent. Okay, that scares the heck out of me. I don't like that. So inside we go again, and look how many ion crystals they are giving us on these podiums. It's almost like they're expecting only the precursors to come in here, so they are gifting the people that do check out the cache locations. They are some kind of infinite power source, and this thing is still illuminated. I don't think these guys have been on the planet for a couple of hundred years, so maybe they're there to, I don't know, change over, almost like batteries. So data downloads Alien Sanctuary B. Interesting. I wonder if we'll get an A then at the third location. I think before I do anything else, I'm going to seal myself towards the back of this room, and we'll read through this PDA and see what happened. So here we go, guys. This is Alien Sanctuary B. This one is going to be interesting, so let's get reading this instantly. The antechamber consists of a series of main data hubs, each adorned with an ion crystal. These are networked up to the main terminal in parallel, presumably to ensure data integrity over time. We've got some bullet points here then. So unprecedented data complexity. Stored data was scanned into the system at the local terminal. Original data source was organic in nature. Evidence suggests that this antechamber served as a sanctuary of last resort for the aliens that built it. In the event of a catastrophe, they could retreat here and somehow transfer themselves to the data hubs for preservation? Wait, what? It is unclear whether other members of the alien species ever returned here, or how many souls are backed up in the hubs, but the data stored is far too complex to reconstitute with the little information available. So you could literally download, or should I say upload your brain, this is from the Precursor's perspective, guys, to some form of terminal, and then... What? That is like mind-blowing. Does that mean like these guys could leave their bodies and then they could re-download their like mind in like another place in the galaxy and they're just good to go again? It was a last resort. They could go there. They installed something where you could upload your brain and all of your mind, pretty much your soul as they call it. I honestly think that could be re-downloaded and all the information from that point on can just be re-downloaded from like another build, because it seems like whatever this race is, they are self-aware machines because they have like a mind. They upload it to a machine, they re-download it, and it's re-equipped into a new body. So it doesn't matter what body form them like kind of in at the moment, I guess. It just matters that they have their mind with them. So with that theory, the precursors could literally take any form they want. And I mean, that also means they could take the form of nothing. So even if they uploaded their brains to this data terminal, could they live in there? Or bigger question yet, what about the warpers? Could they be downloaded to one of those, meaning all the things around this place, they could well and truly be the precursors' minds inside of them? What the hell? Holy crud, this is insane. And that is a crab squid. I mean, I knew they were advanced, but I didn't know they were this advanced. This is kind of mind-boggling, I'm gonna be honest, guys. But imagine if we found the bodies of these guys. That'd be freaking nuts, man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy indeed. I came back to get some thumbnail shots, guys, and look who showed up to the pie. A little bit too late, my friend. Whoa, look, you can literally see him beating inside. Look at that. Look at that! Oh, he's coming to attack! Oh, no! No, you freaking... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, he is not happy. You could see his innards moving. I don't think I've ever taken a note of that, but that was kind of disturbing. Ew. So, guys, we are now heading to the Space Reef, I believe it was called. The coordinates for this one are -187, or 1187, should I say, -378, and also 1130. The darkness of the ocean is definitely not helping my location, and also that warning as well. Okay, then, guys, so I had to actually go back to base, change the powers out because... I ran out completely. I kind of hoped I would have just about enough power to get through, but I didn't. And I've actually made my way back over to here, and I found this crazy structure in the center. It's honestly magnificent. It's almost like the grand whatever tree this thing is, but it almost seems like a solid rock. And I did see a small hole in this thing at the bottom, so I'm gonna head in there. But on a side note, actually, this reef right here, I think he was born without a voice box. He's made no sound since I've been here, and it's been insanely peaceful. So thank you very much for that, although I guess the bassy booms from him, they're not that bad anyway. Ooh, can I even fit through here in this thing? I don't think I can. Can this thing get inside here in any way? Let me just ram it in. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're inside. This makes me feel a lot more safe. So if I get lost, there's a small glimmer of hope. Not much, but small. I'm literally squeezing my way through this thing. And wait, is this where it ends? Was that it? What's the purpose behind this? I guess, interesting nonetheless. So the final coordinates are -880, -305, and then -790. So if we roughly hold this direction right here, I think everything should remain as balanced as it can possibly be. And hopefully in a fairly straight line south from this direction, we should get there fairly quick. So I'll cut ahead, guys, when we're starting to get close, and then we'll see if we can find it ourselves. I'll close down this once we get within about 200 meters. It's always fun to find it and explore. Ew! Ugh! Look at this thing! Did that always move? Ew! That's kind of gross. Can you do that again? Look at this thing. I could climb inside that, man. Yeah, it was like pulsating really quick a second ago. I wanted to do it. What if I aggravate you? If I knock you? Yep. Oh, that's kind of gross. What does that thing even do? What's the purpose behind it? Is that like its oxygen thing? I have no idea. We'll let family and kids swim together and I'll go this way very, very quickly. That's very disturbing. Ew. So roughly along this path, guys, we should find ourselves there. We need to find a place to dip down underground. Potentially there, I guess? I mean, there's a huge crater right here. Down we go, and let's see what we can find. A couple of glowies already, but that's just normal for down here. So it's kind of near the blood kelp again. Or it could be, should I say, because I haven't found it quite yet. Maybe this way here? There's like a small cave. Huh, what's this? Never seen one of these before. Wait, where was it? Yeah, there it is. Let's scan this thing. It is a power cell charger fragment. I definitely know I don't have this. Oh boy, something's hitting me. Something's hitting me. Quickly, quickly. Is it those things? Are they shooting me? There it is. It's that stupid thing there. This one seems to be a difficult one to find. The music suggests there's something. But where? This is the sort of thing I'm looking for right here. So let's check inside here firstly. I've only got 23 health. You know what? Whilst this kind of semi-peaceful, I should really sort this problem out. Because all these guys around me. Whoa. That looks awesome. The sun is setting. Doesn't matter down here. I see nothing anyway. This isn't right. Here comes the music again. There's nowhere to go in here. Hang on. Damage to plant life on the seafloor suggests this may be the migration path of a huge bottom-dwelling life form. That's the sea treaders I think it's referring to, but there goes the music just like that. Hang on a second. I heard a warper as well. Just close this down. I was looking at my location, guys. This is a very hard one to find. This feels right. This feels very right. It's leading us down a very quick and straightforward path. Although it splits into two right now, so I say that. Nothing that way right there. Again, only one way for us to go down further. And it expands into a very open area. This is absolutely crazy. All right, some more spots just down here we can go. Is it right, though? I have no idea. I can't find any landmarks to suggest yes. Whoa. Look at this place. Wait, what is that? It's the sea treaders. Do they walk anywhere nearby which will reveal a location? I highly doubt it, but where are they going? So in theory, guys, I am right above it at the moment. All I need to do is somehow descend, I think a bit more than 100 meters, and I should find my way down there. So let me see. I could go that way. I could definitely go that way right there. Maybe that will lead me round. I could go that way there. Let's try this way, I guess. Let's see what happens. No good. No good. Kind of leads you the other way. Let's try this place here, I guess. Kind of does descend very quickly down. And it does lead back on itself. Oh, please. Please. I think I'm finally getting close, guys. I've been searching for so long. You don't I've done it. I found it. Oh, I've been searching for so long just for you guys so we can look at this together. Oh, it's so worth it, though. Here we go. The entrance to the third and final Precursor Cache location is here. And it appears to be some kind of like power system going on right here. One going through and one going, I guess, to power the door. Thankfully, it's fairly peaceful around here. No angry monsters trying to kill us, and no warpers, oddly enough. But here we go, man. The final purple artifact. We're now inserting this into the podium. Let's see what mysteries we uncover in this one right here. Force field is now down. We're going to be taking the sea moth in. Let's get exploring. All right, here we go then. The third and final one. Look how they've displayed this one as well. Almost like a walkway down to a final data terminal. Almost coincidental as well. I said this one's the most difficult to find, and yet they give you 6 iron crystals if you do get to this location. Is this one like the most important out of all of them? Let's take the data terminal. So the Alien Sanctuary A. We read about B, but not A. Listen to these guys too. Listen to this. It sounds so beautiful. Just listen. It's kind of like almost a reward of finding this iron crystal. I don't know if they've like equipped this sound specifically. Does the frequency mean anything in their own dialogue or tongue? So the alien sanctuary A, here we go. The antechamber where this data set was discovered has been identified as some form of alien sanctuary. Interesting. Ceiling fixtures. The structures mounted to the ceiling of the cavern cast a low green light over the data hubs below, but they are also regulating the pH level of the surrounding water and emitting a low frequency sound wave. So there's some kind of sound, but that's more of a high sound. I don't think that's the one we're hearing. It is possible the intent was to ensure some ideal conditions for some practical end, but their purpose may have also been ceremonial or even recreational in nature. Aesthetics. Like much of the alien architecture discovered on 4546b, the design is ornate. The iron crystals mounted on the pedestals are not being drained of power, suggesting they serve some more symbolic purpose. Similarities to old Earth religious iconography may be coincidental, but they may also indicate some shared and ancient cultural history. Assessment. Further data required. So, is that about this data terminal in particular? The lights being emitted from the ceiling right here regulate the pH level, and the fact that all these iron crystals along here lead up to an end data terminal. What could that mean? So this episode has been insanely in-depth about the precursors, guys. Feel free to share your ideas down below on what this is, but if you've read some of the wiki pages, please don't spoil it for others. This is a very theory-based moment in the kind of Subnautica lead up to the story mode release, and I know that the wiki can pretty much tell you the full story. So guys, if you know that, don't just blurt it out, because that's not theorizing, that's just ruining it for everyone else. I hope also you guys have enjoyed this video. I've been exploring for a good hour and a half, close to at least trying to find all these locations. I had a hard time. I'm sure everyone else probably didn't, but I made it more difficult myself somehow along the line, because that's what I do best, and I've got used to it by now. There is still some more things we need to explore about the precursors, guys, and also if we head back to what I'm branding as the GUN, there is now some form of droid which is actually living, and it will attack you if you enter the space. So we can do that for the next episode for sure, and maybe if nothing else comes of the precursors in the meantime, we can definitely get building on the base and get things looking even more better when we head back home. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, why not drop me that like rating, and hey, if you're new around here, why not subscribe for more videos just like this one right here. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I of course hope you did enjoy, and I will of course see you on the next one.